Competitive COD League fans, how are we doing? My name is Franz, and welcome back to another six-man prop play coming up for Sunday's matches here starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I know I'm getting to this one late, guys. It is the morning of Sunday, and we're trying to get this video out for you guys so you can knock out these six-man plays. I do apologize that it isn't the night before. I did get in very late last night, and so I wasn't able to either stream or get that video up for you guys, so I do apologize about that. We are knocking out this morning, hitting the grind this morning. I know my voice probably sounds a little stuffy. That is because I am just waking up, but we are here to stay. We are here to grind. I have been looking at the board a little bit, haven't gotten a huge chance to look at it, so this will be more of a live entry, kind of my live take here. We're going to go through each pick, see what we can come up with, and really go for a solid six-man that I think is more likely to hit than the first two six-mans here earlier in the week. I know I didn't get one out for Saturday. However, we were getting a lot of two-mans out on the Discord, so make sure to go check that out if you haven't yet. But yeah, we're going to do a live take here, go through all six-man plays, see what we can come up with. I'm going to go for some more consistent plays on this one, maybe avoid the S&D plays, as probably wasn't the best idea to go for ASIM here in that past S&D play. If you guys saw one of my last videos, he barely hit any S&D kills. I should have gone with my gut and scraps, which he did hit the ender, but ASIM just didn't perform like I wanted to, and he was really the only main player that missed out on that six-man last time. If we go to my entries here, yeah, a lot of different stuff happening, but this main six-man here, obviously ASIM with 3, and then Bans, he barely hits the over. So we were really close actually to getting this one, but we only unfortunately banked $20. So let's move on here. A lot of two-mans yesterday. I tried to go with some map 3 picks here, and those didn't ended up working out. Abizi dropping 11 kills in a map 3 was actually unheard of, so a lot of weird stuff happened there. Vivid had an insane series, so really a lot to unpack there, but we're just going to move on to this next six-man. Hopefully we can get it out for you guys so that you can, ride something or ride just an idea of something for the upcoming matches at 3 p.m. Eastern. So let's jump right into it, guys. The very first Let's jump right into it, guys. The very first pick I'm going to be going with is we're going to be looking for a Toronto pick here. I just want to look over the map sets or look over what we were seeing last time with this team. Inside, obviously, with 40 against LAG. I was going to look at an inside pick here because mainly he is the slower AR for this team. He had, just a normal series against LAG where he was just holding down spawns, holding down positioning, and just getting kills when he needed to. That, banks him around 40-ish kills. That, however, was a blowout against LAG. Pretty much Toronto dominated the entire series. I'm not sure if that's going to happen the same against Minnesota. However, that is what I'm going to predict. I don't have a lot of belief in this Minnesota team, although they did just take out the LA Thieves. I'm thinking Toronto wins this Battle of the North here. I think they're not going to do what LA Thieves is doing this split. Obviously, LA looks a lot weaker than this Toronto team right now. So I'm thinking the Toronto team is going to beat up on this Minnesota team just like LAG did. This is why an insight underplay is probably what I'm going to go for here. I think we're going to look at a lot of map 1 to 3 kills and not just bank on a singular map for these players to perform. Insight under on the map 1 to 3 kills looks pretty good. I want to look at a couple more stats here to make sure we are cooking things up correctly. Here in this Optic Texas match, he has 56 kills over the course of 4 maps. So that is obviously a very, very low line for him, or a very, very low amount of kills. He's got 17 in the opening, 2 in this S&D, and then 13 in that control. So while other players are putting up huge numbers, Insight's just locking down those spawns, not getting a ton of kills, and just playing that positioning AR for the team. That is why we're going to take Insight under on the map 1 to 3 kills. Those stats look good in his most recent series. And those are the stats we're going to look at because COD is so day-to-day. Everything's constantly changing within these props, these lines. These players are constantly popping off, or one's doing terrible one day. It's just such a random, esport to bet on, but that's why we love it. That's why we love watching the matches, because it is just so much fun. But next up, guys, we're looking at this Minnesota team, and this is where things are kind of going to get a little bit confusing because Bance did just hit the over in this last matchup here. If we go to LA Thieves versus Minnesota, Bance was playing very, very well. He ends up getting 77 over the course of 4 maps, which obviously he's going to get the map 1 to 3 kills through. I think he barely gets it here with 21, 24, and 4. So he barely reaches that over at like 49 kills. Unfortunately, he does hit the over, so that was rough for us. I don't think we're going to look at the Bance play. Attach looks like he had a slower series, but that guy Fame, he was popping off. So maybe we look at Fame here on the more and map 1 to 3 kills. Maybe we look at this guy to have that similar series, or now that he is in the SMG role, he's going to just continue to put up those solid numbers. And maybe with this, complete roster switch, Fame is going to be that guy for them, in these next series as well. I'm going to go Fame here on the over. I know this is a risky play. However, I don't expect Attach to have that slower of a series in his upcoming or in his next series. And then Bance obviously was risky. He got 49 last time, so there may be a chance that Bance does something similar there. We're going to take Fame here on the over at 48.5 kills, hoping this guy has a standout series against Toronto, or maybe, a series that he can definitely prove on or improve on in his upcoming year. This is only his rookie year, so he's got a lot to prove here, and hopefully he can do it in this one. Insight, we're going to take under. Fame, we are going to go over. This is kind of an interesting one because I do want Toronto to beat up on this Minnesota team, although really, are we sure that's going to happen? No, I think this Minnesota team has made some drastic improvements since their roster switch. I did not expect them to come out and beat up on LA Thieves, which they did end up doing. So we're going to say that Fame, he's going to have one of those similar series with that SMG in his hand. We're going to go more on the map 1 to 3 kills, pairing that with Insight on the map 1 to 3 kills under. Make sure, guys, you can ride this as a 2-man if you like. Always do some 2-mans, always do some 3-mans if you don't want to run this full 6-man prop. Obviously, I run the full 6-man because that's just what I love to do. Here we go, guys. We're going to keep it moving on. We have the LA Thieves going up against London. Now, guys, this is where things get a little bit weary because this London team looks like they're pretty much in the dumps, and that is why we are going to go a London under regardless on the hard or regardless on the player here. We are looking for a London under. Just depends on which player you want to go for. Scraps here with 32, Nasty with 31, Asen with 37. So it's just like all these players just had a rough series. Capsule and Vickle were the only players on that team popping off. That is why we're going to look at probably an AR pick here. I don't think I'm going to go Nasty. I'm probably just going to go Scraps here on an under in map 1 to 3 kills. Just hoping that this LA Thieves team plays up to their standard here and actually beats up on a London team that pretty much has only 2 series left. They have this series, and then they have the series during their stage 5. If they lose that, they are done for the season. This team is on their way out. There's no way that they're going to be wanting to put up some huge numbers here. Scraps had an insane series against Atlanta FaZe. He may do that here, although we are predicting that he does hit the under on map 1 to 3 kills. We could also maybe look at Yuli here on an under, as he is kind of the dirty work SMG. He has just been, in a rut here these past couple series. So I'm actually going to take Yuli. We'll take Scraps. We're going to go Scraps here. We're going to go with our gut, map 1 to 3 kills. We're going to take the under for Scraps, and we're going to pair that with probably another underplay. I'm not entirely sure what we want to do here yet. Let's look at a couple stats here. If we look at the LA Thieves matchup against Minnesota, everyone's playing pretty well. I mean, 63 over the course of 3 or 4. I mean, it's not the best. If we look at the hard point numbers, Envoy was pretty much the only guy on this team putting up numbers in the hard point. And then if we go to the controls, pretty even besides Draza at 10. Yeah, Draza had a rough series. And then obviously in the second, or this is supposed to be a hard point, obviously not a control. And the second hard point, Draza does put up those numbers, and then Envoy another consistent 26. So it really looks like Envoy is the guy for this team. He's honestly the only one putting up consistent numbers for us. or for the LA Thieves boys, and that's probably why we're going to look at an Envoy pick here. I always love running the Envoy pick because he is just the consistent SMG for this team, constantly locking up kills, constantly getting in the mix against these players. So Envoy, map 1 to 3 kills, we're going to take that one on the over. So yeah, guys, just a really simple spread here so far. Moving on to the final matchup, guys. You know what we're going with. We're looking at our boy Hydra. Ooh, wait. There's also Wardy in the mix. I forgot about this. So a tweet happened last night. New York announced that they're going to put Wardy instead of Skies in for this final matchup. Nothing wrong with Skies. They just want to give Wardy some chance to show his skills, and obviously because New York has already made it into champs, this is the perfect time for Wardy. Do we go Wardy on the under in map 1 to 3 kills? Do we predict this guy is just gonna be slow for this team? I mean, he is obviously the newest AR for the team, coming in just for this map. Do we think he's going to go under? Do we think he's going to pop off? I'm not entirely sure on that one. So we're probably going to avoid the pick there. However, Hydra looks good at 54.5. Priesta obviously is another interesting one at map 1 to 3 kills. Let me just check here on the recent New York series how they've been matching up. Obviously, it was Hydra pretty much that entire series. He had 110 kills, 1.64 KD. He was playing insane. Priesta was 66, Skies was 73. So they're just doing their jobs here. Let's look at the stats and some of the hard points. Priesta with 19, Priesta with 15 in the control, Skies with 15, Hydra with 33. Oh my gosh. And then in the second hard point, it was pretty much everyone across the board dropping some high level numbers at 30, 26, 28, and 28. So a lot there. What was this hardpoint map? It doesn't show us. Do I remember? Was that a hotel? I think it might have been a hotel hardpoint, but I don't remember for certain. It was a great series, but yeah, we're gonna go. I mean, Priesta obviously doesn't, perform in that opening hardpoint a lot of the time. Let me look at a couple more stats here. It was New York LAG, which not a lot to ride home about there, but it's Priesta with 45 and then Priesta with 10. So Priesta had a decent series, especially in that S&D. He was playing well, but the hard points obviously and the control, he's dropping under in kills, but this is obviously a blowout matchup against LAG. I do not expect that matchup to be like that, especially going up against a solid Boston team. Whew, this one's tough, guys. I'm going to be honest, this one's tough. I'm not going to go with the Hydra pick this time, mainly because he did play insane that last series. I doubt he can replicate it to that level. Obviously, he's probably going to play well, but if we did see in that LAG matchup, he only got 41 kills. So, kind of just a toss and turn with Hydra, with, if he's playing amazing or if he's playing terrible. So, not going to go Hydra there. I'm looking at Priesta or Kiz maybe in a map 1 under. Probably going to go Wardy, though, on the under. I just don't think that, I mean, obviously this guy is disgusting, but we're going to go with that this guy is not going to put up the numbers, obviously, like Skies does in this matchup. He is going to be the new AR for this team, kind of in an awkward position, not fully knowing what's going on the map at all times, because obviously these New York guys have been playing with each other for a year now, so they know their tendencies. They know what they need to do on the map. Wardy obviously coming in as the player to just show off his skills, to show off to showcase what he's got, but I don't think it's going to be a lot. So we're going to go the under map 1 to 3 kills. Going to go with the rookie player not putting up the kills. We'll see if it hits. Maybe he has an insane series, and if that's the case, then we are going to lose that one. So that's why I'm actually going to take the more. Screw it. We're going to take the more on it. You can go the under on this one. I'm going to go for the more because I think he's going to, he's going to show what he's got. I'm going to go the more, whatever. We're risking that one. And then next up, guys, we're going to take our boy Vivid here. Whew, this is tough. He had an insane series last map. So that's why we're actually going to go Kremp here on an under in map 1 to 3 kills. But do we avoid Kremp and we go Beans? There's just a lot of players on this team that I think could hit an under. If we go to these recent series against Seattle and Boston, they obviously lost to Boston. Who was it? It was Awakening, Big Wake, and it was Vivid who had the slow series. 20 kills in the control, 20 kills in this, and then 9 here in the S&D. So he does get 49 for Vivid, but that does make him hit the under. Kremp obviously with 28 here, and Kremp was 16. So both of these players, all these players are really good at getting kills. However, they don't tend to play the map very well, and that's why they end up losing a lot of these hard points. So expect the hard point to be close, but probably not gonna go all the way to uh or this match will probably not end up going to a game 5, mainly because I think Boston's gonna choke. However, I'm gonna go Vivid here just on the over and map 1 kills, and we're actually gonna replace a couple of these. Maybe we instead just go Wardy on like a map 1 kills under. He just has a slow start for this team starting off, and we're going to go Vivid. Obviously, the guy who was playing insane last series. Hopefully, he brings that into this next series coming up. Vivid on the or over in map 1 kills, and then Wardy. Wardy, we're going to take the under on map 1 kills, and hopefully Priest is going to be that guy for the team, putting up the numbers in this opening hard point. I know he isn't usually all the time, but yeah, I just don't think Wardy is going to be, popping off here in this very first matchup. I hope he has the jitters. Maybe he's a little bit nervous going into his first matchup, and he just hits the under in this first map. Moving on, I'm just going to look through these stats, make sure everything is up to par, what we like to see. Envoy. I'm just going to stick with all these map 1 to 3 kills for the time being, but just in this final series, we're only going to take map 1 kills, mainly because this New York Boston series could go a little bit different than I expect. Although I think it's going to be a very, very close race, this final matchup should be very close. If we look at those stats in the Atlanta phase, I think it was matchup here against Boston. I do think that Boston's just a weird team to bet on, because there are times where they play insane, and then the other times where they're terrible, like this control. They have no reason of completely dominating in this control, and that's what they end up doing. It was a super strange map. BZ only dropping 11 kills, so just a lot of weird stuff happened. Obviously, Vivid having an insane series. Vivid popping off in both of these maps, and in this final map, he only had 20. But you got what you needed from Vivid in this one. So just a lot of weird stuff to bet on for this Boston team. And then here in the S&D, I was betting that this would go very, very close, because these are the two top S&D teams in this game mode, in this map. However, it was just all Atlanta, because they are, obviously the most dominant S&D team. They just completely wiped the floor with Boston. So just stuff we weren't really expecting. That's why we're just going to stick with the map 1 kills here for the Boston-New York matchup. And then in the London-LA Thieves, matchup, I like this Envoy play at map 1 to 3 kills. I'm hoping this one can go through. And then Scraps here on the map 1 to 3 kills. We're going to go the under. Making sure these LA Thieves picks, maybe we can look at Kenny again. Yeah, actually, I'm switching it up, guys. I'm going to go Kenny on the under in map 1 kills. Hopefully that one could hit as well, because Kenny's just been the slower SMG. Excuse me. Kenny's just been the slower SMG for this team this stage. He's got 72 over the course of 4 maps, obviously 23 and 23 in that control and hardpoint respectively, but in this opening hardpoint only dropping 20, and then in the S&D he's got 6. So maybe Kenny is a little bit risky here. I know the ARs were a little bit slower in this one, as it was a Mercado hardpoint. Whew, this one's tough. You could maybe look at Octane here on an under as well. Whew, this one's very, very tough. I just don't know if Envoy's going to get to that 52 mark, especially going up against a weaker team in the London Royal Ravens here. So maybe we look at an Octane or Draza. Maybe Draza here on map 1 to 3 kills could be, or map 1 kills, sorry, could be something worth noting. But I think I'm going to go Octane, actually. I think I'm going to go with the slow AR for this team. The guy picking up the most hill time on this team, hoping that he just hits the under in map 1 kills. And we're going to avoid that Envoy play, because looking back on it, I just think they're going to smoke London, and I don't think they're going to get a ton of kills. And then I'm going to mix up this play here. We're going to move that to map 1 to 3 kills, but instead of going Scraps, maybe I just look at Yuli here. This one's so tough. I'm going to stick with Scraps. Going with my gut with Scraps. Scraps on map 1 to 3 kills, and then Octane on map 1 kills, both taking the under, both ARs, but I just think they're just going to have slow maps. Going to have slow maps here, or obviously Scraps going to have a slow series against this very dominant LA Thieves team. I know they haven't been looking dominant, but they should beat up on this London team. I'm hoping LA doesn't throw our picks again here. And then inside, obviously, we're going to go map 1 to 3 kills on the under. Looking good there. You could also maybe look at a Kleenex on the over here. I do think Kleenex is going to have a very good series. Hixie has been looking very good on this team as of late. If we go to the stats for Hixie, he's got 23 in the opening hard points, so a very good map for him. And then obviously Hixie here in the Optic Texas match, we go to that opening hard point. Hixie with 27, Kleenex with 25. So the SMG is just really putting on a show recently for this team, especially in the hard point game mode. So maybe we look at map 1 kills Hixie. Maybe we look at that one because Hixie has been playing very well. This is a London team that should fight back here, and I'm already pairing it up with a Fame pick on the over in map 1 to 3 kills. So maybe we look at the Hixie pick here on the map 1 kills and avoid the inside pick. Or maybe I just do a little bit of both here. A little bit of both? I don't really know. Hixie map 1 kills looks very good. Hopefully Fame can have a great series with him. Is that possible? Do we think it's going to be a close hardpoint map 1? That's just really what it comes down to. If we think this first hardpoint is going to be close or not. If we go to this Minnesota series, this is the only series with Fame putting up numbers. He has 81, second on the team. He had 26 in the opening hardpoint, and with it, Envoy also had 24. So there is a chance for two SMGs to have a very good performance. Obviously, Bance here with 24 as well. And then in this series, Minnesota smoked them in this opening hardpoint Mercado. So yeah, I'm going to go Hixie here. I'm going to go Hixie on the map 1 kills, maybe because Insight is going to have a great series at map 1 to 3 kills. And it is a low line at 46.5. And if we do think this Minnesota-Toronto series will go the distance, then it's more likely an SMG will hit an over. So we're going to go map 1 kills for Hixie. And we're going to actually just lock that in there. I'm not going to change up anything more. I was going to go with my gut and inside, but I'm switching to Hixie on the more and map 1 kills. You can ride with me here. We'll see what happens. I do think Hixie is great at hitting this number, especially because he's more comfortable on this team now. He has been putting up a lot better numbers for the team. You could also maybe look at map 1 to 3 kills. No, we're just gonna stick it. We're gonna stick with map 1 kills Hixie, and this will be the 6-man prop play. I'm gonna drop $40 here, going for the 1,000. We have Fame on the over in map 1 to 3 kills, Vivid on the over in map 1 kills, Wardy on the under in map 1 kills, Octane on the under in map 1 kills, Scraps on the under in map 1 to 3 kills, and then Hixie on the over in map 1 kills. So I did adjust a lot of the map 1 to 3 kills. Make sure, guys, you can ride those 1 to 3 kills if you want. Inside, I think, will be a great play. I'll probably be riding a 2-man with that later on today. Or maybe I'll just throw that one in like a 2 or 3-man here. But yeah, this will be the 6-man prop that I'm running with. These 6 players, Octane under, Scraps under, Hixie. Do we want to go Hixie? That's the only play I'm just really weary about. But he has been just looking very good in these series. Or should I just stick with my gut here and insight, guys? Do we stick with the gut or do we go Hixie? It's just a tough call. I'm going to stick with Hixie here. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. Hixie here, 46 over the course of 3 maps. Obviously, it was a blowout. He's got 23 in an opening hard point. So it's just the SMG play from Hixie. Kleenex obviously is a good choice as well. He's got 24. So both of these players putting up numbers in that hardpoint game mode respectively. We can look at the stats lab here if we want real quick, just to make sure we're seeing a good, we're seeing a good line of matches here. Obviously LAG and LAT in the Embassy, he's got 28 and 23. I mean, Fortress, he's got 28. Hotel, he's got 22 and 19, so obviously a little bit lower there if it goes to a hotel. We might be sweating bullets here. Hydro, obviously, 24 and 23. So yeah, Hixie has been looking really good to actually put up these numbers. And then 27 in their most recent hardpoint against Optic Texas, 21-17 in the Major 4. However, he has been ramping up his play. All the Stage 5 numbers look like Hicksy has been putting up SMG numbers. 23, obviously 49 in the course of 2 maps, 56 in the course of 2 maps, and in Seattle he only has 19 in that opening hardpoint, but that was a win for Toronto. So Hicksy here, I'm looking at an under, or I'm looking at an over here at map 1 kills. I like this line at 21.5. It is a little bit lower of a line, and the stats really look good for him. So we're gonna stick it with 40 there. We're gonna place the entry. Make sure everything is all good. Entry has been placed. Let's go to my entries real quick. I apologize, guys. This has been a bit of a longer video. I've been talking for so long about these picks, making sure I got everything set up the right way. I do apologize. Everything was all over the place today. And we came in a lot, or we got in late last night, and now we are here to get that 6-man out for you guys. I hope it uploads quick and I can get it out for you guys in that timely fashion. Although, we'll see what happens. We'll see if this video will upload in time, because man, we are riding on the line, but we're trying to get this 6-man out for you guys, because I don't want anyone to go missing without a 6-man. Obviously, a lot haven't hit in the most recent 6-mans. We were getting a lot of 4 and 5 right in some of these 6-mans, but have yet to get all 6 out of 6 right yet here in stage 5. We got one in stage 4. Fortunately, nothing yet here in stage 5. So we'll see what we can do with this one. I do feel good about this one. I do feel like it can hit. So hopefully we can lock it in here. I know my mind is all over the place today. A lot of, mess ups in the video, but hopefully it was a good one, guys. I do appreciate everyone hanging with us, everyone going through this video, going through my thought process. I know it was a lot of information, but yeah, that is the 6-man, guys. We're going to go Fame on the over, Vivid on the over, Wardy on the under, Octane on the under, Scraps on the under, and then Hicksy here on the over, respectively. Map 1 kills, map 1 to 3 kills, yada, yada, yada. Only a couple map 1 to 3 kills here in Fame and Scraps. The rest of them are all map 1 kills. Just going to, bite the bullet there, go with the straight up map 1 kills, see what we can find. And yeah, I think this looks good. I do think the line looks good here, guys. Thank you so much for staying till the end of the video. If you did, I really appreciate it. We're going to have a stream coming up tonight, so make sure to join us for the stream. We're going to be talking about all the matches that happened. It will be after the matches have concluded. We're going to get up that stream, so make sure to check that out. Link will be in the bio. Also, guys, make sure to like if you're tailing, to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.